A morning ritual for people who think deeply.
Zen AM.
Hey man, you talking today?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. Time for Zen AM. Start off with some breath work.
Uh-oh, y'all. We are back again. Welcome to another episode of Zen AM. I'm your host, Nehemiah. We got Daria and DTB, Brooks, Lutando in the building. It is officially Friday, June 26th. We are back. The weekend is here. The weekend is upon us. Next week is July. We out here, baby. How you feeling, man? Check 1, 2. Can you hear me?
I don't think I can hear you. I think that's my audio.
Check 1, 2. Check. Uh-oh, y'all. We having some technical difficulties. Check 1, 2.
I think it's mine.
Check. All right, y'all. We're gonna try something else. Looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Grand Rising, everybody. Hope y'all Friday is starting off good. Let's see. We got a lot to talk about today. Check. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me? We got a lot to talk about today, a lot to cover.
All right, I'm back.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, y'all. We got the technical difficulties out the way, y'all. We got another beautiful episode for y'all. Hope everybody's getting ready for their Friday. It's about to be July next week. And actually the 4th of July is next week too. So, so
Popping off.
So for everybody who got some plans, holiday plans, congrats. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Well, nah, I ain't feeling good.
What's going on?
I watched the World Cup yesterday, and
okay, your audio low. What's going on?
I ain't like the results.
Let me see. We gotta edit your mic. Talk.
2-2.
Yeah, you're just coming in a little low. You said, what game did you watch?
I was watching Japan. I watched Japan versus Sweden, and then I fell asleep on the USA game, and they both lost.
Japan and USA?
Yep. It's like, man, I'm only going for Mexico from here on out. Mexico to the end.
When they lose, are they out then?
No, because they ranked high in their division, so they still proceed to the top 32 teams based off of their record.
But they still can't win the World Cup though, right?
No, I think they can still win. They go to the next round, but it's just like, I guess the rankings mean something.
We had and were any of those teams even favored to win? No, right?
Yeah, both.
Really?
Yeah. USA. I forgot who USA played. But Japan was definitely favored to win. And I'm like, this is a bunch of
Who they lose to?
Sweden.
USA ain't got no good chance though. That's why we losing.
Yeah. Oh, USA went against Turkey.
Oh.
And they lost 3-2.
Got you. In the audience, can y'all? Is his mic low or is it just me? Your mic sound a little low.
Hold on. One, two.
It's a little better.
Let's see.
Oh, she said you sound good. All right. Might just be on my end.
Now I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Nah.
Whatever you just did, undo it. They said that they can hear you just fine. Was that your how far is the stadium from where they playing by you?
Normally about 30 minutes, but now it's probably like 45, close to an hour because everybody is here.
Can you tell that a lot of people are there?
Can I tell that a lot of? Nah, I can't because I ain't been downtown yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably go this weekend though.
We had a huge Netherlands parade here.
Oh, because they out in KC, right?
A lot of them, yeah. So it was about, I think they said like 36,000 people showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all know, they do this whole left-right thing. You ever seen the Netherlands? They boom, 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 and they go to the left, to the right.
No.
Yes. Let me see if I could pull it
Pam
up.
said downtown is a madhouse.
Is it really? Is she downtown?
No, Aunt Pam live by me, but Aunt Pam, she be out in these streets.
She out there?
She be mixing and mingling.
I'm gonna see if I can pull up some of the footage from the madhouse. I didn't go out. I haven't been out. I've been one.
Stay home.
Yeah, I'm not.
But I'm gonna tell you though, I ain't even gonna lie. Seeing the World Cup in the United States lets you know how many beautiful people around the world it is. Cause it's like when a country play in your city, they coming out.
And it's crazy to see how our football, like we think we love sports. When you see how people show up for soccer in other countries, you'll be surprised. They show up the way we show up for like our major events, like our major Super Bowls and all of that. This is KC.
Oh wow.
That was yesterday.
Damn. Yeah, stay home.
That's downtown KC. Yesterday. I'm trying to find. They do this this big left-right thing. It's crazy where it's like the biggest left to right, and they do it. That's their thing, and it's like every single participant knows all about. I can't find it here, but if y'all ever get a chance to look it up, do not see it here.
Shout out to Boo Man. He said they have tried to literally kill athletes that lost big soccer games.
Oh yeah,
other countries. Yeah, I seen a video. A guy said, "If Ghana lose, I'm divorcing my wife." I said, "Damn."
It was the African. It was in Liberia somewhere. It was the African guy who got into power that ended up, telling them there was I forgot where it was. Was it the DR Congo? It was somewhere. I don't know if it was the DR Congo. Might have been the DR Congo, where they had this really good political leader who stepped up, loved soccer. He ended up leaving. The corrupt dude ended up coming in, and then was telling them if they lost, or if they lost or something. And then I think one of them even ran up and got a penalty during the penalty kick because they wasn't trying to lose. Because it's a crazy story connected to that, but they don't play around. Brazil is the same way. They take it very, very serious. We over here worried about these little NBA players who flop for $100,000. Like these people's families be at stake.
Hey, NBA heating up too. They just traded Giannis to Miami and LaMelo Ball to Minnesota Timberwolves. So next year NBA gonna be turned up.
They didn't play for them already?
Nah. Giannis played for Milwaukee Bucks, and LaMelo Ball played for the Charlotte Hornets.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't be knowing what none of those trades mean.
Huh?
I don't be knowing what none of those trades mean. Like, the last trade that made sense to me that was a big deal was the big three.
Damn.
Was LeBron,
Wade and Boston.
That's the last trade I know about.
Man.
I ain't hip at all, man. I don't know nothing about. I don't be hip, man. I don't be knowing.
I don't blame you, man. It ain't nothing to be studying about.
But that's good news, though. I mean, especially for a lot of the basketball fans. I know. I mean, sounds like it's big news. So
yeah, that's huge, bro.
Yeah. Yes. Carmelo Anthony's out on bond.
No. Really?
I know he got a new lawyer squad. They allowed them to get a new squad. So, and what about there was a shooting at the Baltimore Ephraim?
Ephraim?
You got to hip us on that. See, we getting that's why I love our audience, because
I'm looking right now and I don't see Carmelo out on a bond.
She says she heard it might not be true. That's why we be fact checking everything, because I didn't hear about that either. I heard that he was able to get a new counsel, and he had a squad of solid looking lawyers. I did see that.
Juvenile arrested at Air France Festival for carrying a firearm in Baltimore City. 6 days ago.
Okay. Yeah, what's going on with Carl? She said that they leaked the autopsy, but that's alleged. Autopsy of what? Was it
What autopsy of what?
Numerology. What was the autopsy of?
The shooting was at Fells Point.
It'd be just so many shootings, man.
It's a lot, man.
It's a lot, man. We had, I mean, there's so much going on. We had who was it? One of the senators or something came out recently on C-SPAN talking about how Trump potentially got this, like, is terminally ill and was granted this trial drug. That's the reason why he has been skipping the handshake and stuff, his hand swollen, all types of stuff. So he came out on C-SPAN and said that. Did you see about that?
Nah. I feel like every day is some new.
Every day. That's why I don't be paying attention. I had to go into I just had to go into my little box, because honestly it's just too much. But I'm gonna pull this up. It's Ted Lieu. He came out on C-SPAN and talked about this. This is right on there. This is wild right here. Because, like, imagine that he just, like, during the middle of this cabinet just was, as the kids say, unalived. Like, you know how crazy. And then JD Vance would have to take over. Yeah. Where's that? Is it, you see my screen?
Yep.
Inflation is up. Grocery prices are up. Utility costs are up. Housing prices are up. We have a bipartisan housing bill that both the Congress and Senate passed. There was supposed to be a big signing ceremony today in the Capitol. And then all of a sudden, Donald Trump decides he's not coming to sign the bill. Well, why is that? Did he wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Is he unable to stay awake today? What's causing him to chicken out again? Is it Taco Wednesday? Or is it side effects from the drug? We don't know. This erratic behavior of the president is very concerning. He has trouble staying awake at multiple White House events and cabinet meetings. He has clearly some weakness in one of his arms. He's got swelling in his hands. And the White House needs to come clean. What we know is there's a report saying that one person in America got this special new drug. It was a 79-year-old person who's very high profile. And this drug can only be given to someone under the compassionate use provision, meaning you do that if someone basically has a terminal illness. So we need to know, did Donald Trump get this special drug from Eli Lilly? And did he get it under that provision? And if he did, why is that the case?
Crazy, right?
Everything up, bro.
Yeah, he because there was supposedly this new Affordable Housing Act that was supposed to be coming. You hear about that?
Yeah, him, and I guess he having problems signing it now.
Okay, because what was it?
I heard in July, that's when he was going to sign it.
On the 4th?
Yeah.
What was it? Something about like these big corporations can't be buying single family homes or something like they have been?
Yeah.
Something along the lines of that.
That's been going on for years. I think like Vanguard, if it's not Vanguard, it's another like high company that outbids a lot of people.
Yep.
And then they rent them out.
Yep. You know who else is part of that too is the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is bought. Look that up. I think they own the Catholic Church out of I'm drawing a blank right now. The Vatican. I think the Vatican, I could be wrong, but they own a gang of real estate.
Let me see.
You
said the Vatican?
The Vatican owns a gang of real estate. I could be wrong about that, but I think that they are on a major real estate sweep. My Pam said, I definitely see Carmelo Anthony out on a $250,000 bail. He on house arrest. And then Boomman says, to be fair, Sleepy Joe was operating at 1%. They need to chill. Boomman, you voted for Trump? Yeah.
It's too early to ask who they be voting for. I'm trying to fact check that.
Yeah,
but I think that you're right.
Yeah, I think the Vatican owns a gang of properties.
Yeah.
And a gang of real estate. It feel like when you compare this presidency to the other presidency, Zen AM is a space for conversation, perspective, and growth. The ideas shared here for inspiration and entertainment, not professional advice. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always use your own judgment or consult a qualified professional when needed. I
wasn't even gonna hit the camera today. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Did my mama say she voted for Trump?
She said she did.
I know a lot of people voted for him. Trump was smooth, wasn't he? Trump was smooth. See, I don't vote personally, right? Like ever since that thing happened in Florida, when they didn't count none of the black votes, I was done. Who was that? When Gore going against Bush, and Bush's was it his brother ran Florida?
Yeah.
And then
Florida
then Gore,
or Texas.
Was it Florida?
It might be Florida.
He ran Florida, and then Gore had won Florida, and then they did the recount. And then when they did the recount, Bush ended up winning, but it was because they didn't count no black votes.
Right.
And you had all of these major people from the cities coming in talking about how none of their people's votes were being counted, and they was going straight up, and they was like, well, if you don't have this sign, we can't recognize it. So for me, that's when I was like, man, I ain't never voting in this country. It's like, man, I ain't never voting in this country, man. I'm glad I didn't. I probably would have been dumb enough to vote for Trump because he was saying all the right stuff, right? Like it was like a brother on a date that's trying to sleep with a girl. He said everything right. That he was. It was the Joe Rogan podcast that really sent him over the edge with Kamala. It was like they were almost neck and neck sometimes, and sometimes she was beating him. When he was going to going against Joe, he was way ahead, and then they brought Kamala in, and then the race got real tight. It got real tight, and it got real close because it was like a black woman for president. That awoke a lot of people up, but it just felt like it felt like they was doing too much with her. You know what I mean? Trying to make her talk about cooking collard greens in the tub and all that, and all the accents that she used. It was like you ain't had to do all that. Like we liked you just for being black and wearing Timbs. Like, you know, black people, I don't take much for us, right? It does not take much for black people to like you. But I think what really pushed it over was I'm reading y'all comments, that's why I'm laughing. She said Kamala don't wash her chicken.
One this morning.
But it was really when he went on the Joe Rogan podcast and people saw him talk for like 3 hours, and that was really what kind of pushed it over the edge, because when Cam, she would be doing these short interviews, but she wasn't doing anything long form. And then Joe Rogan really was the person that kind of got Trump elected. You know what I mean? Like that podcast pushed it over. Everyone was like, oh, Trump seems like a cool guy. Trump this. And then it really appealed, Joe Rogan. He's like the voice of so many. Joe Rogan's the voice for so many, especially like those young white male dudes between the ages of like 22 to like 50, before his Spotify deal. I feel like he was the voice for many more, but they're talking about Joe being compromised and stuff like that now with the Spotify deal, allegedly, and just him not asking the questions that he used to. And because Joe Rogan didn't hold nothing back. You would go in there and you would get the real deal. And, allegedly now it's just way different now listening to his show, but that really pushed it over the edge. See Pinky on it, she said Trump youngest son told him to do that interview. He be tapped in. See, she knows. So y'all know.
Another interview was when he did with Aiden Ross. I think that's what got the young votes.
Because Aiden Ross got the streamers, right?
Yeah, the streamers. So I think that sent him out of this world. As far as like the young audience. Because
right.
Kids don't watch TV, they just watch streamers.
They don't. TV is for the older people. I was at my mom's house, and then she had the TV on, and then I would just see all of the different commercials and all that. It's not geared. It's all 60 and up. Every commercial, everything is geared for 60 and up. There's nothing on there for people young like that. So yeah, you're right. Going on, I think I do remember seeing him on the Aiden Ross joint. I didn't watch that interview, but I think I remember just seeing the thumbnail.
Yeah. And
between that and Joe Rogan, he slid on up in there, right? He slid on up in there, had the young people.
Yeah, he kept his ears to the street, to the community.
Yeah, I never met him, but the people say like
Trump.
I never met Trump, but
I
never
met him, but my one of my high school friends, I don't even know if I should be saying this, but fuck it. He works for the Secret Service, and he was protecting Trump's youngest son.
Barron?
Yeah, the youngest one. And then when Obama was in office, well, this last time he was protecting the vice president.
Biden.
No, Kamala.
Oh, this last one. Oh, that was when Biden was in office.
And then when it was Obama, I think he was I think it was either Michelle or one of the kids.
Oh, so he high profile.
Yeah, he got
that's his job. When you are Secret Service, you don't have no life outside of that. That's your job. Like, you are the highest security clearance, but you're not going to be out of work.
Oh, well, no, yeah, but like when them governments shut down, he affected as
right.
Well.
Oh, yeah, so he got affected by that?
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he got it.
That's crazy. Pam said we don't need
a president. This country running itself.
This country is not running itself. This country is not running itself, y'all. This country is far from running itself. If this country run itself, it'll run itself right into the ground. Yeah. People can't even protest in peace nowadays. My mom said if she don't wash her chicken, what else don't she wash? Y'all in there today, huh? Y'all in there. This country would go into shambles without it. I mean, have you seen these left and these right wing people? Have you ever just seen? Look, man, I don't like to talk bad about people, but I watch a lot of debates, and I love watching Jubilee and all of these ones where it'd be one conservative versus 20 liberals, one liberal versus 20 conservatives, one mega versus 20 ex-mega. Like, because I love hearing everyone's side. And I love hearing the point of view. And what I could tell you is that whenever it's 20 of them versus one, those 20 don't be the brightest stars in the sky. The arguments that they bring up, the points that they bring up, they don't be bright. It's not like you sitting there having one conservative go against 20 smart liberals. These liberals don't be right. They don't have their facts right. They don't have anything right. And it's the same on both sides. Like,
I feel like they got to do that. Just think if they had 20 great ones and one bad one, and they like got them pinned to the corner and just like jumping them. So I feel like they got to have one strong versus 20 weak, so it could be like a balance.
Well, they tried that. They didn't do that with Candace Owens. They gave her a lot of bright people.
Huh?
When Candace Owens did it, they gave her a lot of bright people. Oh, Candace Owens had bright people. Like,
but Candace can stand. She can stand on her own.
She can stand against the.
Yeah, she can stand.
Candace. Candace is the Tyson out here. Candace is knocking them out. Candace is the coldest debater right now. I would say, in my opinion, Candace is the coldest debater right now. Like, she hands down is not taking no guff. Like, she knows her stuff and she stands by it. And the one thing about Candace is that she admits when she's wrong. And a lot of people don't do that, right? Like, a lot of people, especially like what happened in this presidency, when all of this stuff came out, that's why I think the parties got divided. It got divided by the people who just would take anything that the cabinet said and accepted it, and then the people who started questioning it, like, hold on, this don't sound right, this don't feel right, things aren't right, and then kind of separated. So the mega party got split into those two sides, and the people split from the party were the people like the Candace Owens, the Tucker Carlsons. I mean, even at one point, Joe Rogan seemed like he was on that wave, but between the connection between the White House and UFC and all of that, I don't think that he could fully be on that wave. But he's talked against a lot of the stuff that happened with like ICE deportations and stuff like that. So he spoke up against, some of the things that this cabinet did. But you had that side that no matter what the cabinet did, they was just all for it. And whatever the cabinet put out, that's what they would be repeating, you know. For instance, like when they put out the post with Obama's as the monkeys. And they was like, oh, it was just comedy. It was from The Lion King. That's what you saw. All of the people followed the cabinet. They all just jumped on board without questioning it. And without saying, you know what? Those characters actually those two monkeys weren't in The Lion King. I remember that movie. But even to understand the sensitivity of where America is and why it's never a good thing to put Black people or to compare them as monkeys. Like in this country, there's a high reason why you should not do that, right? Like, but the party split, and there's a lot of people, right? And Candace, I don't know if have you seen any of her latest stuff?
Nah,
bruh, she is going in, and they might have allegedly unlocked almost what happened with Charlie Kirk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's getting deep. What they have now found is that there's a very, very, very high chance that Charlie was not shot. And it was an exploding microphone, bro.
Oh, that's what they saying?
That is the new, and it's going ham right now. That has been the new. Well, she didn't let up on, she did not let up on Erica Kirk, right? She at first, her and Erica were like this, and then all of a sudden, she did not let up. And then now Erica Kirk is under fire because there's a whole bunch of stuff about her with young girls coming out. It's insane. So the people that she been going after their necks, they being exposed. Like, she been talking about Turning Point for a minute, and just how Charlie never spoke about giving Turning Point to Erica. They put out this AI clip of Charlie saying that he wants everything and Turning Point to go to Erica, but it was all AI. And then they tried to say, when they rebutted, they were saying something like, we did this just because we wanted to go against the internet trolls. So they openly admit that they used AI voice to do Charlie. It's crazy. It's crazy. So now there is some evidence that has now circled that there's a good chance that that could have been an exploding microphone.
That's one reason why I don't want to get into politics. Numerology Nation says, yep, an explosive. They repaved the concrete right after the assassination.
Right after. Did you know that?
Nah.
They repaved the whole concrete, bro. Who does that? Like a crime scene? They repaved the whole. This is what I'm saying about a lot of the people in power, is that now with the internet, man, they not letting nothing go. It's like, you can't. It used to slide back in the day, but nowadays with everybody having a phone and everybody wanting to be detectives and stuff, like, it's not going to slide.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody got an opinion. Everybody got a point of view. Everybody got an angle from a camera. You right.
It's not. Like, you cannot do those old 60s and 50s tactics for people no more. Like, it just won't slide. It's kind of like when you get to that age where your parents still try to beat you, and like it just doesn't hurt anymore, and you just be blocking it and stuff, and now they mad. Like, you doing the same moves you did when I was 7. Like, of course it's not gonna hurt. Like, what do you just be sitting there And now they get mad that the old tactics don't work. It's like, of course
Right.
not, man. This is a new age. People do not play with the information. And they're connecting dots because, allegedly this same tactic was used with these exploding walkie-talkies. So they got, was it the Hezbollah or something? They had them with the walkie-talkies and exploding walkie-talkies. And then this factory that was making these types of things ended up being bombed and was on fire. So the way that they try to cover their tracks is too late. Like, it's just, Candace said, I will not rest until, like, I'm not going for what y'all saying. And that's the wrong person that you want coming after you, because she is not rested. There was times where I had to turn off our show because I'm like, all right, I want to hear some other stuff other than this Charlie Kirk stuff. Because I think she's so intelligent and I love to hear her point of view on things. But she didn't have her foot on their necks for the last, how long has it been? It's been a year.
Yeah, seem like it. Let me see.
It's been a year. Shout out to Boo Man. He said, y'all see the,
September 10th will be a year.
Okay.
2025.
January, February, March, April, May, June. 10. So it's been what, 9 months?
Yeah. Shout out to Boo Man. He said, y'all see the 6-3 decision? The court struck down Hawaii's law that made it a crime for lawful concealed carry permit holders to carry a firearm onto private property.
No, I see that. They struck down their law. So now they're saying that you could carry concealed joints to the joints
on private property.
Jeez. She was a plant to be sent with Charlie. That's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying that, Erica Kirk is allegedly a plant, and there's just so much evidence to connect those dots more than there isn't.
I'm telling you, bro, I ain't messing with politics, bro. That's the easiest way to get yourself out of here. And then they name a street after you. I ain't with none of that.
Who they name a street after?
Everybody.
All right, cool.
MLK. They ain't hit Malcolm. Malcolm wasn't tapped in though.
They got Malcolm.
Malcolm got a street.
Oh no, not a street, but he got hit with that CIA.
Yeah, I feel like everybody that in politics that they go ahead and give them the package.
Yeah. You are not lying. Same with the dude. Yeah, Oliver Tree too. Oliver Tree did that mockumentary before he went away out in Antarctica. And then the YouTuber that he was with, or the streamer, he had put out a video of him, and it was a video of a helicopter accident that happened. And then, Oliver Tree was in Numerology Nation put it. Yeah, they said Oliver Tree was in an issue with Atlanta Records, and he was exposing a lot of stuff with Atlanta Records. That happened with the other singer too. Did the singer from Linkin Park pass too? I think that happened with the singer from Linkin Park, if I'm not mistaken.
Chester Bennington?
Yeah. He got unalived.
They said he took his own life.
He was on some exposing stuff too. So
that's how it be, bro. You expose, they is coming after you. I got to play my position and hit him with the no camera for a second.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, what do we do, right? Because the Bible talks about this, though. The Bible talks about blessed are the peacemakers, right? And when it talks about that, it's not just people who just sit back and are peaceful. It's about people who are willing to take a stand against things, right? And who are willing to take a stand against institutions and who are willing to take a stand against the non-peacemakers. So it talks about us not being complacent. And for instance, like Charlie wasn't our best friend, right? So we're not connected to it like that. But if something were to happen to somebody close to us, where do we go? Do we just be quiet about it just because of fear? Or do we do what Candace is doing? Right. And so use our platform for that kind of stuff.
Do you believe what Candace Owens is doing is promoting peace?
I mean, I don't think what Jesus came was promoting peace. He said it. He said, I did not come here to bring peace.
But based off of what you said, the Bible said is peacemakers.
Well, it's the people. No, it's people who are standing, like not just people, but people who are willing to stand up too. So when you stand up, there's a form of that isn't just all peace, right? If you are standing up against an institution that is creating non-peace, then that's not. The peacemakers is not just people who are in their home quiet and nice.
So give me an example of somebody that's a peacemaker that stood up for something.
Well, let me first pull up with the peacemaker thing, right? Because I just want to make sure I'm getting it right.
Because me personally, I feel like, yes, standing up is the right thing to do, but it's always going to be division. It's just bringing acknowledgement. I think acknowledgement to the situation can resolve peace. But going back and forth with something will never, it's just a back and forth battle until someone says, you know what, you're right.
Well, I don't know if what she's doing is going back and forth. Mm-hmm. I think what she's doing is trying to solve a crime.
Is that peaceful?
I think so. I mean, I don't think.
If one person is affected by it, is that still considered peaceful?
Well, I think that it's bigger than one person. Is bigger than one person because his death was he was a huge figure,
right?
And he was connected to a lot of people, and his voice was doing it was doing a lot. And one of the things, and I wasn't a big Charlie Kirk fan at all. As far as I didn't listen to a lot of his stuff, but he wasn't just a dude on the block, right? And we have been conditioned from slavery to not stand up. We have been conditioned since slavery to sit back. We've been conditioned from slavery to reprimand people who try to stand up. This has been forced on the blacks since slavery. Since slavery, if that slave tried to escape, what Massa would do is Massa would whip all of the people around, not only him. So now what Massa did was anybody tried to stand up or escape or anything, now these people are now policing their own people and saying, you better not get us in trouble. You better not do this. Massa gonna get us. It was Massa would reprimand all of them for one person's actions. So we have been conditioned more than anybody to sit back, shut up, and allow them to appoint our leaders. So a lot of the thinking that we have is still conditioning. It's still part of the Jim Crow thing. So we don't even know how much it affects us still to this day. And that's the reason why we will run after and support a Jay-Z, but we won't run after and support a Claude Anderson. That's exactly the reason. It's exactly the reason, because those are their leaders that they give us. These are not our leaders that we chose. And this is a condition that we have constantly battled against. So at some point in our lives, and I hate to use this as an example, but when Kanye says stuff like slavery is a choice, I don't know if he's talking about the slavery back then. I think he's talking more about the slavery today, because we are choosing to be in some form of slavery. And it's not just blacks, but many of us. So we are choosing to be afraid of an institution. We are choosing to be afraid of a lot of people. Don't talk politics and don't talk religion is what they say. Well, what the else am I supposed to talk about? The reason why they don't want us talking about it is because those are the things that move and create change. They want us talking about TV. They want us talking about sports. They want us talking about the World Cup. They don't want us talking about, oh, did you know that these few laws are now up in our local city that's going to make X, Y, and Z? If we don't go and do something about it, the power in numbers, then they're going to do this, this, and this. They don't want us having those conversations. They never did. Those conversations don't hurt us. It hurts them, but they've made it so that we get hurt by it so that we don't form that. So you got different types of people in this world, I think.
All right. So you definitely said a lot, and I agree with some of the things that you were saying. But back to the peace point of view. Respectfully, when someone passed away, they say rest in peace. I respect everything that Candace Owens is saying and doing, but if we're going back to the peaceful thing, and when I was saying that one person is affected, actually it's maybe a handful. Charlie Kirk family still mourning because this situation, of course, because he's a political or popular person, they're not able to respectfully move on from this situation based off of we trying to unsolve this or solve that. So it's like sometimes taking a step back is the peaceful way if we're supposed to be peacemakers. And another thing, yes, they always say politics and religion creates confusion in people. People been talking about this since the eons. And where have we gone from this? Have we moved in a positive direction? Has things become more peaceful? No, it seems like every time someone speaks about politics or religion, something erupts, and then it's just like a big chaotic scene. It's like I'm trying to learn now in life is just not to stand back, but how to really create that peaceful environment. It's chaotic right now. And maybe y'all can help me in the comments. It's like, if you really think about it, it's chaotic.
I get that, and the rest in peace is that's a whole different topic. That rest in peace comes from all the different realms that people could potentially go to. So hoping that this soul is in peace, not here, but I think that there is a difference, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's a difference between resting in peace and finding justice, right?
Okay.
She's finding justice right now. And the fact that, and this is what's mind-boggling and probably what created her to do this, is the fact that the people closest to him aren't seeking justice, because there's a guy that's behind bars right now who's allegedly going to spend the rest of his life in prison for something that he didn't do. So there's somebody else connected to this also. And is it fair for that kid? They saying that he was able to get a large shotgun, couldn't break it down. He hopped the fence with a whole shotgun in it, left it, hopped the roof, did all of this. All of the theory doesn't make sense. What about his family? Mm-hmm. They're not at peace to have a scapegoat that's being taken. What about all the people who had to witness this in person? They're not at peace. They want to just go hear a man speak. And this group, whoever did it, slaughtered him in front of all these people. They're not at peace. What about all the people on the internet who had to see it? What about all of the people now who are afraid to speak up about religion because of that? They're not at peace now. What about all the people who also, that was their job to go to colleges and to speak, and now they're afraid to? They're not at peace. Mm-hmm. So when we talk about just letting him, that is not letting him rest at peace. Because the same way that the cops would do if there was a serial killer on large, that city is not able to rest in peace at night until whoever's out here murking all of these people in our city, we will not rest until we capture that person. But they don't keep that same energy. Why isn't that energy not kept? And it's only kept in certain situations. So I completely understand what you're saying. It's one thing if, a person, let's say he was in a drunk driving accident or something, right? Like a drunk driver killed him or something. And yeah, like the drunk driver's behind bars, X, Y, and Z. I think that's a completely different situation. But if your best friend or someone that's close to you gets murked and the things, and you start asking some basic questions, and now they're telling you to be quiet. If you're a person like that, you had two different types of slaves in this world. Mm-hmm. You had the ones who were okay with being on the plantation without being chained up. And then you had the ones who was going to try to escape every single chance they got. Those two different types of people. And most of us have become those slaves who are okay with being on the plantation, even though it's 30 of us and one of master, and he only got 5 bullets and he can only shoot one at a time. And we're okay with that. We're okay with being in the fear of that. And there was one overseer when we can have easily taken over the plantation. We could have easily, if we got together, put a game plan together, we could have easily been free, but we didn't. So there's different types of people in this world.
And why is that?
Why is there different types of people?
No, why is it that it was fear?
I think fear's in the brain. Fear's in the brain. And I can't speak for them at that time, right? But it's the same. You tell me, because you're the one speaking from a place of I would rather just not say anything. So you tell me why there's fear. I'm a little different.
I can't speak from that mindset because I'm not a slave. You brought the slave topic up.
Well, yeah, you remember on Roots when Kunta Kinte got to the thing and he's looking around and they bring him to the plantation and he's trying to talk to the other slaves. He's like, how many of them are there? How many of them are there? Like he's trying to get in. He's trying to get intel while they bringing them in, and he's seeing like it's the same thing that Jim Crow did. They were able to put these barriers and this fear inside of our brain, and they erased all of the things that we knew. They erased our language. They separated our families. They did all of the things that happen today, which is still prevalent in the Black community. This is why 60% or more of the Black home is separated.
So so the powers that be control that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So going back, see, I love this. I love how everything is recorded. Back on our last show, when I talked about how the powers that be control everything, and you was like, well, God's over it all. If it's meant for it to happen, it's gonna happen.
Those are two different. You're talking about the CIA controlling information about aliens. And this is different. Those are two different. So the powers that be put fear in them, but if that fear was not there, they could have overtaken it. Just like there's more of us. So those are two different. You can't go back and compare. We're talking about the CIA information. You're trying to say that they could stop messages coming from God. And I was saying that if you're directed to the source, then no. So those are two different. Yeah, those are two different.
I'm just saying that anything that comes through that's
different.
That's being controlled.
You get that. You tried to slide that one in there.
I was just saying.
You were smooth with that. You tried to slide that one in there.
I'm just saying. If we talking about control,
different.
What's the difference?
I have never denied that the CIA has a major role in control over information that gets leaked to the public. But what we were talking about is angels, God speaking to us,
as well as fear,
messengers, and fear. That's what we were talking about. And we said, what? Fear is not of God.
Right.
So that was a topic then. Fear is not of God. So this fear that these slaves and the people nowadays experience, that's not of God.
Right.
That's not of God. So therefore, we are living in a state that is not of God. That is not what God wanted for us. Mm-hmm. Me and you and Chuck had to talk about this. The sound mind.
Right.
He said, I did not bring you here to be in a state of fear.
Right.
So this is not the design that God wanted for us. So if we are in a state of fear, we have to look around and check that and see, why am I in a state of fear? And what changes need to be made so that I'm not in that state of fear.
Do you think we can exit the realm of fear
Yes.
if it was man-made and given to us?
Yes. Yes. Because the Bible tells us all the time not to fear. The Bible never says for us to sit in fear, ever.
But we still do, though, right?
That's our point. That's our choice. We choose to sit in fear. We choose to sit in fear over what will happen to us if we speak up. That's our decision. That's not a thing. I'm afraid to speak up because when other people speak up like I do, they X them off. So now I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be quiet. So yeah, that is a man-made thing. And if the Bible did not tell us not to do that, then I would be on your side. But the Bible says often, do not fear. And then it often says, do not fear the man that can kill the body, but fear the man that can kill the spirit and the body. So he's telling us right there, don't be scared of the people that can just take you out, because the kingdom of heaven is bigger than that. So you over here walking around in fear, don't be fearing about this. There's a bigger kingdom. There's a bigger kingdom.
Pinky,
So
I did this for you. Okay, I like that. So you saying choosing a peaceful life can also consider you being fearful of your life? Well, I don't want to say that.
What you mean?
So if a person is choosing peace, is that also a sign of fear?
I don't.
Because you
think
basically
it's a
saying
sign
that
of
if someone don't stand up for this situation and say, you know what, I'm gonna just sit back and take the step back route. I'm not gonna stand up. I'm not gonna be, I don't even want to say combative, but finding justice is a form of peace.
Yes.
And also not speaking up or
Go ahead.
stand
go
out
ahead.
of it. Stand out of it is a form of peace.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if you know, you should stand up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't know, it's okay to stand out.
I agree with that. I don't think that everyone who sits down, like for instance, I don't know Charlie Kirk. I didn't know him, so therefore I'm not going to bat for him. Candace knew him. That's why she's going to bat for him. But I doubt that Candace will go to bat for somebody she didn't know like that. So absolutely. I think it's like you said, I don't think that every fight isn't meant for us to fight, especially if we're not being called to it and truly being called, not like out of fear, I'm going to sit back. But I don't know that man like that. I don't know if he was a good guy or not. I really don't. So I'm not going to be fighting for him. I don't know if Kanye's a good guy or not. I know that he says some stuff that resonates here and there, but I know he also says some stuff that didn't resonate. I'm not fighting for Kanye.
He made Jesus walk, so he's never going to hell.
Maybe. I made Jesus walk, so I'm never going to hell. When Poe say 2 passports, I'm never going to jail.
Uh-huh.
So, but if it were to be you, or if it were to be someone close to me, it's a different story.
Right.
It's a different story. So absolutely, I don't think that every fight is meant for us to fight. But I do think that there are things that are presented to us to make us stand up and get out of our complacency and get out of our comfort zone and to do what's tough and to do what's hard. And if we look at all the disciples, all of them died very bad deaths. Mm-hmm. None of them were at peace when they died. Half of them spent time in jail. Like, they were revolutionaries, including Jesus. Jesus stood up against he stood up against all of the people with power. He didn't come here to sit back and just preach to just these 12 people in the corner and hope that this reaches those people at some point. No, he came and told the Pharisees to their face, I didn't come here to bring peace. I didn't come here for this. I didn't come here for this. And if we are modeling ourselves after Jesus, I'm going with after I'm moving the way he moved.
So peace is not the first thing that's on the list.
Love.
Okay.
Love is the first thing that's on the list. That's the first thing. Love God with all thy heart and thy soul. That's the first thing. And then love thy neighbor. That's the first thing. And when you got crazy love for your neighbor, you're going to ride for them. You're going to ride for them. When you don't, something going to happen to you. Be like, dang, look what happened to such and such. You know what I mean? The same way, if something happened to your seed, how you going to ride for your seed? Right? Like something happens to our seed, how we going to ride for them? Because that right there is one of the biggest forms of unconditional love that we sometimes experiences with children. From what I heard, I don't have children, but that's what I hear from a lot of parents. So
I don't want to go there, but nah, you right. Love is the huh?
Said I'm right.
Yeah, I give you the last 10 minutes because the first 20 I was on you. You had to go to Slave Master. You had to go all that. Jay-Z, Kanye.
What topic?
We need to put a little a counter button. We need a counter button so when we talk, they can put points on the side of
the audience here. We can ask them live.
That's what I'm saying. That first 20 minutes.
Ask them live. They still here.
That first 20 minutes.
Ask them here. It looks like they all agreeing with me. Look, Pinky said it's never going to be peace. Right? That was the numerology said if I get we can definitely it got justice.
I seen that comment. We could definitely tackle that.
See what I'm saying? We out here.
Always gonna be peace.
Huh? You said there's always gonna be peace?
It's always gonna be peace. We supposed to have heaven on earth. Is heaven peace?
Is it here?
We supposed to have it here.
Yeah, but doesn't Jesus talk about a kingdom way better than this? We going by what Jesus
What
said.
Is heaven?
What? The kingdom of heaven? Based off of everything that I'm learning, I mean, it's a much more detailed, and it is such a insane, like when you read Revelation and you read this, like heaven is insane, but the kingdom of heaven is within. And if you are a certain person, you can find peace of mind, right?
Right.
I think you can find peace of mind. But depending on how you are.
Peace.
What you mean by peace?
Are we supposed to have peace? If we supposed to have heaven on earth, I'm asking, is heaven peaceful? And I just looked up what's the opposite of peace is war. So if we don't have peace, we have war. Currently, we are at war, literally. But if we supposed to have heaven on earth, we got to change the way that we think. We got to flip that thought. We got to flip
why are we at war?
Because we not loving our neighbor as we loved ourselves.
But why at the current state, that is just a generalized, right? Why are we currently at war with Iran?
Because we not loving our neighbor as we should love ourselves.
That is the generalized state, right? But why are we currently at war with Iran?
You tell me. Because I'm telling you why.
Because why I'm saying America, right? Because everybody's not at war, right?
Some way, some fashion they are.
Why is America at war, right? America is at war with Iran because of Israel, allegedly.
Okay.
Right?
And what are they?
What are they?
Yeah. Are they neighbors?
Are our neighbors?
No, are they neighbors? Iran and Israel.
Like on the map?
Just in general.
Are you saying that they should love each other?
I think so.
Well, yeah, that is the root of it, but I'm talking about the effect of it, right? Like that is the root. We're at war because people do not honor that commandment of loving thy neighbor like thyself. 100%. because there's an absence of Jesus and God, right? There's an absence. So absolutely. So that is going to be the main root. But when you said that we're at war right now, we are literally not just at a war of state of mind and a state of being, but we are literally in a physical war as well. We weren't in a physical war years ago, right? So I'm talking about the actual physical war. And the physical war is because we went to war for Israel.
Okay.
Allegedly. So Israel and Iran had their thing. So Israel, we stepped in and helped Israel, right?
And was not peacemakers.
We not in that situation.
Okay, thank you. Come on.
Not in that situation. So this goes back to allegedly that Israel has had a hand in a lot of things. Allegedly. A lot of things that even goes back to the biblical times, allegedly.
Okay.
Even goes back to us as Black people, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you got a whole lot of brothers who all across are standing on the corner and preaching about Black Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a connection with all of this. There's a big connection with all of this, allegedly, right? So if most of us, and I don't have any issues with, I'm not a war type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stand up for myself kind of guy, but I'm not an actively.
Is that so? If you're not a war type of guy, you're a peace type of guy.
I'm a warrior in the garden. I'm a warrior in the garden. Yeah. Don't come over here. Don't do this. Like, I'm a warrior in the garden, right? Like,
see, this is what I was talking about. The first 20 minutes, I'm up on the score. Now I'm gonna come back down, and then I'm a. No, we supposed to have peace, bro. If we don't have peace, we have war.
I mean, that's a very.
The thing of having peace is loving thy neighbor. I think the right thing for United States to do, if they was going to come in a situation, rectify the situation.
How?
Come with a conclusion. Hey, this is this. That's why we never gonna have peace on here. We supposed to, but we don't love our neighbor. If we don't follow them commandments, we'll never have peace. But we supposed to, because I believe once we go to heaven, we have to honor those commandments. We're gonna be looking out for the person. Oh, you need this? I got you. Don't they wouldn't even have to think about it.
So, as a slave, would you say
you see that
for slaves? No, because
you can't say.
No, yeah, watch this, right?
Okay.
So, as the slaves, right? Should they have fought against slavery, or should they just have accepted their conditions and been okay with it and love master like thyself, like love thy neighbor, and just been like, we're slaves, this is what it is, and we're going to stay that way? Which one should it have been?
Well, I'll go ahead and I'm going to land the plane nice and smooth so there's no turbulence. You ready? As the master or the slave owner, you're supposed to love thy neighbor. So for every action, there's a reaction. So whoever calls that action, if it's not love being thrown out, then it's already chaotic in its war. So everything that the slaves did, they supposed to do, regardless, because they didn't come out with hate out the gate. The person who threw the first sword was throwing something maliciously. So I feel like in that instance, whoever cause it, if it's not love, then that's when you have to retaliate, and then it'll never be peace. And as you can see, it was never peaceful until they came up to some agreement, and then they started mixing kids in the same school, riding the same buses. Those are little instances of peace. Back in the day, slaves or slave masters, they probably would love how we are right now to work together and things like that. But they didn't experience that. Maybe if they seem like, oh wow, we can actually work together, I can still get paid, they can still get paid. It's an equal partnership. I think right now, even with work, the reason why work would be considered peaceful is because there's an agreement. They say, hey, we have this job for you. This is what we're going to pay you. If you agree to that salary, you can never say, I hate my job. You signed up for this. That was a peace treaty. That's why they call things peace treaty. Let me land the plane. Doom. Take your seatbelts off, y'all.
So what's the point?
I just told you.
So what do you say?
The
So
person, the masters, there was never love going out. So that created the war. So in that instance, it was never no peace. They agreed and had a peace treaty. Every time a war ends, there's a peace treaty.
So then that literally goes back to exactly what I said about Candace Owens standing up. Yeah, Anthony.
Anthony, I'm gonna need you to hop on this chat too.
Hey, look, it goes back to exactly what I said about Candace Owens not sitting down. The first thing that went out was not of love, so she was responding to that. She did not start that. She was responding to that. Her friend was taken out of this place for So boom. So she was reacting to that. So she didn't start with that. The sword was already swung. Boom.
Well,
I'm gonna land my plane. I'm gonna land my plane. Hey, take your seat off. There's no turbulence. That sword was swung. That sword was swung. And she was.
Okay. So restate what you just said.
I asked you, should the slaves just have been chill and been in a peace of mind, even though they were in slavery? And your response was, well, no, because the sword was swung first, right? So then I said, exactly. That's exactly what Candace Owens did. She was chilling. Her friend passed, and the sword was swung. So therefore, she didn't have to be sitting in a place of peace. She was in a place of reacting. So that's exactly, you just proved exactly what I was saying.
So my question is,
plain land there. Please, everybody, we are making our descent.
But you see how he like to take my terminology? You see how he like to take my terminology?
Put your tray tables up, put your seats upright.
So let me ask you a question. Okay. So currently we at war, right? And I'll take the Candace Owens since we on that, right? So how long is she gonna dwell in this war?
Until she finds justice.
Okay. And after that, what's the next step?
I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on what she's just saying. Her mission, she said, has been to find justice.
Okay.
That's what she said. I gotta find out who did this to my friend. That's what she said.
Is it peace and justice?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
I think so.
That's all I needed to know. So we can have peace.
I never said we couldn't.
Okay.
I never said we couldn't. What I said, you try to throw my word. You smooth. You try to throw my own word. I never said that we can't have peace. I never said that. I said that peace is the order in which we were supposed to be in. I said that we are not supposed to live in fear. I also went to the Bible and said, blessed are the peacemakers. And I said that peacemakers did not mean that you just sit down. It means that you do stand up and you usher in peace. So it's not just sitting back in your house being quiet about things. So I never said that we can't have peace ever. But I like how you threw that at me. And I like how you tried to, because you smooth with it. You'll throw something that I never said and be like, okay, and then you'll sit back like you just won something. You smooth with it.
Our footage aged like fine wine, man. I can have my clippers go back and pull everything you said.
You know, every single time we go back, it's always off camera because you'd be like, dang. And once you've got a couple of them. You got like the Waka Flocka one. I give you that one. You got that one. I could count. And you didn't get this one. You did not get this one. You did not get this one. Because what is your whole point? Your whole point was that Candace shouldn't be doing anything and that she should rest in peace. That was exactly what your point was. That was literally what you said to a T. You said why the family's not able to mourn, that's why they have rest in peace. That was literally your point.
That's all you got out of what I said? All right,
so
it's Friday,
y'all. He's smooth, ain't he? Hey, look how smooth he is. Look how smooth he is.
Hey, Anthony, hold on. Let me check my phone. Anthony, I'm gonna reach out to you because
look how smooth he is.
I want your perspective on the reaching part.
He said it right here. He said, "Sounds like you reaching." We all felt.
I need to know. I need to know how.
We all felt that.
I want to know how.
It was because when you started going down, you just started grabbing for whatever. You just started grabbing. When you started going down, you started grabbing whatever.
I'm grabbing whatever to save you. I'm grabbing whatever to save you.
You was throwing.
I'm trying to bring first aid.
you was grabbing whatever you could and then mixing and blending and doing this and then trying to mix my words. No,
I had to make the concoction to save you.
We saw it firsthand.
You was down and out.
I have not at all.
Anthony, I promise.
Yeah, I no, not at all.
Today. Anthony, I'm gonna call the Facebook group today. I
not
promise.
At all. It says finish.
Where I was reaching.
You reached the multiple places. You reached multiple places because you was doing this when you started going down. You started bringing
you.
I wasn't falling.
You wasn't falling. You was down.
You crazy. You gonna watch this back and be like, dang.
We gonna I'm gonna tell you, we gonna redo it. Let me see.
which we gotta redo it.
I promise me 12 o'clock. Because I want to know Anthony's perspective.
What we gotta redo?
Huh? I need to hear Anthony's perspective.
I got it. Just
okay. So explain to me how I was reaching on anything that I just said.
Well, you reached to multiple things and then you changed what you said, and then you tried to blend things that I said, and then you sat back and said, so will we ever have peace? Well, exactly. And then you leaned back as if that was a point that you was trying to make when I had never ever said that we would never have peace ever. I never said that. I never said that.
Okay, so respectfully, right? Our cousin wrote it in the chat. I side-eyed and I seen it.
You seen it?
You clicked it up on the screen.
Because it was true.
Okay, so if you true, that means you riding behind it. So I couldn't talk to my cousin. So I had to, we had to debate it out.
Let me see. I'm looking at y'all comments right now. This one says Darian should have conceded early on.
Never. I stand firm on everything I said.
Yeah.
Oh, pull it up. I read it. It says better to be a warrior.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Better to be a warrior in a garden than a garden at a war. Peace is within, even in chaos. I can meditate in a cave easy. In the middle of New York City takes expertise. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Fear was beaten into us and it's inherited at this point. Not for all, but for a lot of us.
Yep. Beaten into us by the masses.
It's man-made.
Fear, devil made.
Man-made. I don't give devil a lot of credit, man.
Yeah.
I don't give him a lot of it. For 5 topic, take a sip. Pinky, I did this for you. I swear I did. My abuser told me not to say anything or they would hurt me and my family. I still said something.
Mm-hmm. That's what and we have abusers. We still have abusers to this day. And those are the people that I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about the abusers who are still prevalent, who are still around today, who are still making moves. We're still affected by those moves. So we still literally have abusers to this day.
Most definitely.
Like to this day. And that's why I brought up Massa, because Massa was an abuser. And that's exactly why I brought him up, because we are still living in a form of that, which is different abusers. It's just that they're invisible. We're not all inside of slave quarters. We're able to live in our own homes. We're able to live in different cities. We're able to do that, but we still got a Massa. We still got one, and he's still abusing us, and still got us on chains, and we just can't see him.
That's a fact.
So, hey man, what y'all doing for the weekend, man? This is I wasn't expecting. I thought we was gonna have, because this is your day, Darian. So my bad. Did you see that John Jones responded to Dustin Poirier?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You didn't? Yeah. John Jones responded to Dustin Poirier in probably the most funniest way he could have.
We can pull this last topic up. About 9:30.
Spelled his name wrong. See if we get his response. I can't even find half this stuff sometimes. Oh, here we go. I wanted to get your thoughts on it, because I laughed, but I don't know. Oops. So they resting this weekend.
Resting.
Yeah, I'm chilling this weekend. You see that?
John Jones sent a message. Wanted to write and tell my Justin Poirier to keep your head up. Life happens. This is too Chappelle. Just keep so busy, man. It helps. And he just coked out is just like him. Man, I'm off it. Y'all have a great weekend, man.
Hey, but the funny thing is his name is Dustin.
Oh, they called him Dustin?
No, his name is Dustin.
Oh, Dustin Poirier. Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if John Jones is on some like I can't decipher it. That's why I was like, what is he? He's like,
they both doing the same thing.
And then he started off with the same thing he said. So I was like, that sounds like a troll. That sounds like a troll move to me. Like it sounded like he trolling. But I know you be reading in this, like you know how to read in between. But I was like, that sounds like a troll move to me. Like he say my N word first, and then he calls him the wrong name. He calls him Justin.
Yeah, he playing around with him, wordplay.
So he playing with him, right?
Yeah,
it's a mix of playing with him. But yeah, John be on that yayo, that white girl too. Shout out to everybody, man. Fire topic. I'm glad we came to a resolution. The world, there's a lot of people who think the way I think. There's a lot of people who think the way that you think. And it's dope that we could give them a platform to be able to hear these sides. And before we go, show them the shirt, because I was kind of peeping it. Is that the wrinkled?
Yeah, this the one-on-one wrinkled shirt.
Is that what is that? Fatigue?
Nah,
it's gold.
I bleached it.
Oh, that's dope. I was kind of peeping it a little bit.
Let me zoom out a little bit. It's the one-on-one wrinkled dress shirt. You feel me? You could just throw it on. Why am I not? Let me just back up. Oh, look, now my camera froze. See, I'm doing too much.
It froze?
Oh, here we go.
You had to do it stand up. Oh, yeah, that's cold.
One wrinkled. You feel me? Then I bleached it in the wash machine.
Oh, that's cold.
Should have washed it. Simple, but yeah, it's a one-on-one. It'll probably never come out. I might do the dress shirts though, because I'm corporate now and I don't like owning my clothes, so just throw it on.
That's what Untucked did. You know, Untucked came out with the brand that you don't got to tuck in, but it was all like business casual and business stuff. So we ain't got no business leisure wear or any black business clothes lines like that. I was trying to look up some black luxury lines to not spend money with Gucci and all that, but I couldn't find too many, especially not for men. No. There's a lot for women, but not for men. So, all right, y'all.
It's Paris Fashion Week too, so maybe next week we can go through some and nay topics. I'll find some outfits and we can do a segment. Would you rock this or something?
Oh, cool. It's the Fashion Week this weekend?
Yeah, this week. Currently.
We didn't even talk about the verses.
No, we ain't talking about.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about the verses, man. We were
It
supposed
was
to talk about it.
I think Pretty Ricky won.
Yeah.
Omarion vocally, he did okay. It just sucks because how they structure that group.
What you mean?
They had
BTK or-
Omarion. Yeah, they had in the beginning they had Omarion singing everything, and then Fizz rapping, and they only did 2 albums and a Christmas album. So their songs wasn't mature. It was like Nickelodeon versus Late at Night.
Yeah.
So it's like in that instance, it really didn't mesh, but
Yeah.
they definitely both did their thing 100%.
Pretty Ricky won.
I would give it a Pretty Ricky.
Yeah, I had to watch it twice because I was working and I had it on in the background, and then when I really watched it, I was like, man, there's a lot of lip syncing happening here. It was too much lip syncing for me, especially coming from the Tyrese and Tank one. Like trying to watch that and then that, it was tough.
It was rushed. B2K was rushed. They played their live tracks. They played their arena version cuts. So a lot of it was, Omarion singing, and he has to lip sing and then come in the parts where it was blank. In Pleasure Plea, he can sing. So
he can sing.
Yeah,
he could sing. He was showing, and then there was also times where he would just let the track sing for him.
Right.
So to me, it was like, this is I, but I'm tired of seeing people lip sing. Like we could go up there and do that and have a group and do what they doing. Like when if I wouldn't have seen the Tank and Tyrese one, maybe I would have been okay with this one. But this kind of felt like that one that came out a while ago. Didn't they already battle each other? Who was it? Omarion. Who was it? Mario. Yeah. This reminded me of that. Yeah. Like when there was a whole bunch of brothers who was out there who wasn't, out of all of them, Pleasure P was the only one who could sing. It was like out of all of them, there was one microphone that worked. It was like you got 7 microphones on stage, and only one of them is turned on right now. And I don't understand how Apple Music can't get the audio right. They never got the audio right. Every single artist is always complaining. Their vocals are always low. They can't hear themselves in the monitor. Their vocals come out. There was times when the rapper in the red with the one with the gut, when he would start rapping, but his vocals would come in late. I just don't get why they just can't get the audio right. Like they just cannot get it right. I do not understand it. And it's happened on every single verse. It's like you hear them saying, I need more monitor. I need more monitor. I need more. Isn't that what soundcheck is for? Don't they fix that? Like, why are we watching it live? And now it's happened so much. And I've been seeing it happen more frequently at concerts and all of that, to where Lauryn Hill, she was on stage and had to speak to the sound guy. I'm seeing it way more often now than we should in the middle of a concert.
I feel like if they did do sound check, if sound check went good, sometimes I feel like it's a cop out for them if they know that they sound bad. To blame it on something.
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't want to hear yourself.
We don't want to hear. Nigga said I had to turn you down. Like, of course I'm not. I can't monitor this. Like, your vocals is all over the place. We try to put Melodyne on this mug. We try to put Melodyne in all this. Like, do you want me to put these out? Like, I can put the raw vocals out. Like, that's not what you want. I'm over here. I'm trying to put the auto tune on you too. So yeah, no, I think you're right about that. Well, they don't want the sound. All right, man.
BET Awards this weekend. So Monday, I definitely have a recap with all of that.
Oh yeah, BET Awards and Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah, it was this week.
Yeah. Oh, it's this. Wait.
Yeah. It was Monday through I think Sunday. I think it's still going on.
So we'll talk about it. Yeah, pull up some ones and see if the rocket or not. Some of them outfits be weird. Some of them be straight. Some of them be straight. All right, y'all. Great show. We appreciate y'all jumping in on such a sensitive topic. This is a safe space for everybody to be able to just be who you are without no judgment. We appreciate y'all for being here and chiming in. We'll see y'all Monday. I love.
fact, though.